I appreciate the opportunity to speak directly to the American people tonight about how we can end this shutdown and meet the needs of the American people. Sadly, much of what we heard from President Trump throughout this senseless shutdown has been full of misinformation and even malice. The president has chosen fear. We want to start with the facts.
When you hear Los Angeles, you probably think movie stars, beaches, and endless shopping. What you don't hear, though, is that this is ground zero of America's homelessness crisis. I'm on Skid Row, which is the epicenter of it, and I'm about to tour these 50 square blocks where folks have hit rock bottom.
The fact is, on the very first day of this Congress, House Democrats passed Senate Republican legislation to reopen government and fund smart, effective border security solutions. But the president is rejecting these bipartisan bills which would reopen government over his obsession with forcing American taxpayers to waste billions of dollars on an expensive and ineffective wall, a wall he always promised Mexico would pay for.
It's really hard to describe how difficult the circumstances are for living out here in Skid Row. There are so many people who are battling mental illness. A lot of people got triggered just by seeing us with our cameras.
You're gonna get your killed on Skid Row about that camera.
We've seen syringes in the street. We've seen feces in the street. You can smell the lack of sanitation. So not only is this a major homeless crisis, it's a public health crisis and a mental health crisis too.
The President of the United States, having failed to get Mexico to pay for his ineffective, unnecessary border wall, and unable to convince the Congress or the American people to foot the bill, has shut down the government. American democracy doesn't work that way. We don't govern by temper tantrum. No president should pound the table and demand he gets his way, or else the government shuts down.
Illegal immigration is wrong. And a primary goal of comprehensive immigration reform must be to dramatically curtail future illegal immigration. Second, operational control of our borders through significant additional increases in infrastructure, technology, and border personnel must be achieved within a year of enactment.
Hurting millions of Americans who are treated as leverage. Tonight, and throughout this debate and throughout his presidency, President Trump has appealed to fear, not facts. So, how do we untangle this mess? Well, there's an obvious solution. Separate the shutdown from arguments over border security. There is bipartisan legislation supported by Democrats and Republicans to reopen government while allowing debate over border security to continue. The symbol of America should be the Statue of Liberty, not a 30-foot wall.
There are only 9 public toilets for about 2,000 unsheltered homeless people on Skid Row. Most don't have soap, toilet paper, or paper towels.
So our suggestion is a simple one. Mr. President, reopen the government and we can work to resolve our differences over border security, but end this shutdown now. Thank you.
LA's homeless population is exploding. The number of people living on the streets and in shelters has soared by 75% in the past 6 years. There are up to 60,000 homeless people in LA County on any given night.